Hello, welcome to Chalk Pretty Things. How are you guys doing tonight? Tonight we're going to do a cute little cute sign on a reusable surface. This is called our board and base, and I love it because it's small. It's a 5x7. It's reusable, which means that you can chuck a design on it and then change it the next season when you decide that you're done with Christmas. You can change it over New Year's or something motivational. It can stand, it has a stand. It can stand this way or this way. And also it's two-sided, so you can do two different designs. The first one we're going to do tonight, I'm going to take it out of the base to get started. The first design we're going to do is this cute Christmas wishes and mistletoe kisses. Isn't that cute? So we're just going to have that as a sign to display for the season of Christmas, which is what we're doing now. Have you guys decorated yet? If you want a list of the supplies I'm going to be using tonight, go ahead and type in mistletoe into the comments, then check your messenger. So I just peeled off my reusable transfer off its backer. It is sticky on the back, and I went ahead and centered it on my surface. I'm going to smooth around the silk screen. Anywhere that is clear that you can see through is where the paste is going to go through. So I'm going to smooth it on there, make sure there's no air bubbles because I don't want the paste to go ahead and bleed underneath. Next, I'm going to get my paste, and I think I've got meadow green right here, and these are water-soluble paste. They're non-toxic, so you can use them safely, and they wash up like a dream. So I'm going to get out my squeegees, a few squeegees. What I want to do is I want to do the mistletoe hanging down here. So I'm going to get a little bit of the green on my squeegee, and I'm going to go over to see there's a bow at the top, so I think I'll skip the bow. And I'm just going to go ahead and smooth this paste right on that silk screen area. And I'm going a little slow because I don't want to get the berries. I'm going to do the berries red, and I'm going to do the bow a different color, maybe red. So I'm just going to go a little smoothly on here, spreading the paste to cover the silk screen area. How are you guys doing tonight for a Monday? Did you have a motivational Monday? Did you start off with a bang for the week? I like Mondays. It's kind of like you get to start over and set your own pace for the week. So I do like Mondays. Sometimes they don't go as well as I planned, but that's okay. I still like them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and smooth off any extra paste that I have on there. And look how much paste I still have left on this squeegee. I'm going to go ahead and wipe it off back into the jar. And I'm going to go ahead and get a small squeegee, which is just one of my mini squeegees that I cut in half. And I'm going to go ahead and do the red berries and the red bow. Just a little bit of paste. Doesn't take much. I'm also going to do the word Christmas in red. And then I might do mistletoe in green and then wishes and kisses in white. I think that's my plan. So 3 colors for this one, red, white, and green. Here's my red complete. Put my paste back in my jar. And now I'm going to do, oh no, I want to do mistletoe. Yeah, I want to do mistletoe in green. So get my green again. I'm just going to smooth it right over the word mistletoe. This is going to be a quick project, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and do it two-sided. We'll do the other side, something that is not Christmas that I forgot to get the transfer for, but we'll get that in just a second. And then we're going to do white for wishes and kisses. So I'm going to get another little part of a squeegee. and just smooth it over that silk screen. It's so easy, guys, so easy. As you guys hop on, please say hello and tell me where you're watching from. And if you're watching the replay, please type hashtag replay so I know that you watched. And if you know of anybody else that would enjoy this, please feel free to share it with them. Okay, I got some white on there, but that's okay. So I'm going to peel this up a little bit slowly. I'm going to try and peel from the center so that I don't stretch out my transfer. And I'm going to kind of look at it as I go to make sure I've got it all covered, because I can put down my transfer again, and I kind of missed some of these little berries. So I can lay it back down and go back over it. And I missed some of this ribbon. So I'm making corrections as I go. And ta-da, guys, look at that. Isn't that cute? I love it already. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up this transfer real quick because it's easier to clean these. Now see how this is curling? Can you guys see how this is curling? It's because I didn't fuzz it very much and it kind of stretched out a little bit. That's okay, it's still gonna be reusable. I'm gonna go ahead and get this wet because it's gonna soak the paste and make it easier to clean. I'm gonna get a paper towel ready, and real quick I'm gonna run over and get my other transfer that I forgot. I'm back, guys. Sorry for the disappearance. I'm going to rub over this transfer to get the most of this paste off, the really thick paste off. And then I'm going to get my wet board eraser, squeeze it out, and I'm going to rub over this transfer to get the paste off. This makes it easy, but sometimes the red and the black, the highly pigmented colors, can stain the teal part of your transfer. And that's okay. You're just really concerned about getting the paste out of the silk screen area because that's what makes it reusable. You clean it really, really well. You store it properly. And then you can reuse these transfers between 8 and 12 times, guys. Think of all the signs you can make. You buy one transfer and you just keep on doing it over and over again. And you can just make many presents. These would be a great gift or like a stocking stuffer to give to somebody. You just have a reusable board and base. You pick up a transfer or two and a couple paste colors and a squeegee. And it's a quick activity for someone to do, someone that loves crafting. And they also have a sign out of it that they can change for every season if they so choose to. They can change it often. I'm going to get a paper towel and I'm going to dry off this silk screen. And then I'm also going to dry off the back. When you're doing the back, the sticky side, go a little more gentle. You want to protect that stickiness because that's what makes it so awesome. And then I am going to place the sticky side of my transfer, when it dries it comes back, onto the shiny side of my backer. And I get one more paper towel, just kind of, you can use a cloth for this. I just smooth it out, make sure it's got a connection to the backer. Now, make sure you see all that white silk screen is clean. There's no paste in there. It is stained a little bit, but it's clean, so we can reuse that again. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and dry this sign really quickly. And then we'll go ahead and do the other side. If you've never had any experience with chalk couture, this is the way to go. This is one of my favorite surfaces because it is reusable, two-sided. You can go landscape or portrait, and it has a stand. And I think it's so versatile. And you can also get them in white. So if you don't like the chalkboard kind, you can get the white, which is still a chalkboard. But maybe the colors will show up a little differently for you. And this is our first one. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over now that it's dry. And our second sign is not going to be Christmas related. I'm going to do it portrait this time, and it's going to be done is better than perfect. This is something I'm trying to work on. I tend to want perfection. I guess we all kind of do. But sometimes it holds me back a little bit, makes me slower, or I may redo a project when there's really no need. So I'm going to work on that, and that's probably going to be one of my mottos for this new year. Once again, transfer. It's on the backer. I peel it off to separate it. Hold on to your backer. You can fuzz it on a towel. You can fuzz it on your clothes. You're just trying to reduce that stickiness, because if it sticks too hard, if it's a freshly painted surface, it'll peel up the paint, or it could stretch out your transfer. Like we had a little bit of curling on that last one. Center it, smooth it out. Now this one, I thought about some white, but I also thought about this peony color. There's also Marvelous, which I thought would be nice, but I don't think I'm going to go with that. And the Couture Coral is a beautiful color too. I'm going to go ahead and stir up this little, see how it's kind of not a consistent texture. It's got some water there. Oh, it's really pretty dry. So what you can do if it's dry, you get your distilled water, and you can spray some in there, and you mix it around. But you know what? Unfortunately, this one is going to take a little while to soften because it's pretty hard. Okay, so we're going to forget the coral. And maybe we will go to the Marvelous. Let's see how this one looks. This one's kind of thick too. You want it to be the consistency of a sour cream or a yogurt. So I sprayed some water in it. Now this one's not as hard as the other one. It's thick, but it wasn't hard. So I'm going to stir it for just a couple seconds, just so that the consistency is even all throughout. There's not loose spots or hard spots. And see how it's coming back to the right consistency? That's what you want. Okay, so let's see. The first thing I think I want to do is do these little lines that separate it in white. My white is at the bottom of the barrel, guys. So I'm just going to chalk that on there, and maybe I'll chalk the author's name on there as well. We like to give credit where credit is due. And this is a small, thin little line, so I'm just trying to make sure I'm a little careful about where I'm applying it. I'm not being too messy and crazy. This one's got more space. Then once it's on there, I'm going to try to smooth off some of the paste, put it back in my jar, and make it an even consistency. Did everybody have a great Monday? You know, I've been having such busy days lately. I'm not complaining, but they have been busy. This one's a little dry too. Let me mix it up. So that's kind of why I've been going on pretty late, is because, or later than usual. I like to go on around 6, between 6 and 7, but my days have been so busy. Once again, this one just needs a little bit of water. It's still moving like it's a little sticky. Okay. So this one I thought I would do in like a pink, because It's kind of motivational. And I'm thinking of it for next year, like a New Year's resolution, kind of a do better type of thing. And so I'm gonna put the excess back in my jar, and I'm gonna go ahead and cap it up because I know I'm done. Well, maybe I'll do white on is better than as well. Now you want to make sure that you pull up this transfer while it's still wet. So since these were on the drier side, they could be potentially drying in the silk screen. So I'm just going to try to go pretty quick and get that last word done and model this. Oh, this one's really nice. Smoothing up beautifully. So there's not a lot of contrast between those two colors, but let's go ahead and peel it up. I've got a lot of paste right there. Okay, let's peel it up and take a look, guys. I'm going to start from a corner because that's where I can grab. And then I'm going to move over to the center so I'm not stretching out the transfer in one direction. Done. Okay, now my line there is still kind of dotted, so I'm going to get my squeegee that I just washed. And I think what happened is that is drying. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get the paper towel wet a little bit because it's staying in the silk screen and I want it to go down below because it got dry. So I'm just going to get my wet paper towel and I'm going to kind of moisten that. Not too wet. And maybe this one. Push it through. Help it a little bit. See if that looks better. Well, it still needs some help. Let's get some more paste. Okay, so I totally messed that up. The perfect looks good, but the white doesn't. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get this wet. I'm going to take off this line of white. See, these are reusable, so this is one of the beauty things, the perks of having a reusable transfer. I took it completely off. I took it off. I kind of messed up my perfect a little bit. Maybe clean it a little bit better. Now lay it back down. I am going to spray some water in this paste and mix it up. This is the very end of my white. And guys, white is one of the colors I use a lot. But I also hate to give up a jar of paste while it still has anything in there. It's kind of like the toothpaste bottle, the toothpaste tube. You keep on squeezing, you've got another bottle sitting there, ready to go. But do you break it out ahead of time? No, you have to use all that toothpaste up. I'm going to peel this up right away. We'll see if that looks better. It's still kind of yucky. I'm going to peel it all off. Okay, and the bottom didn't even come out at all. So the white has problems. Oops. Now I just messed up the perfect. Okay, so we're just going to spray this. Sometimes With the reusable boards, it's best to start over. So I'm going to clean this off, everything except for the word done. I'm going to clean my transfer. We're going to start over. Okay, set that aside. Let's clean the transfer. Sorry guys, but this is a good way to learn how you can correct your mistakes, that it's not the end of the world if things don't work. I'm going to clean my transfer because I think what happened is when I wet it, it went over on the other side. I'll show you in just a second. See how it has that white line in the middle of that word? I think that happened when I wet it, and then it laid it right back down on the surface. So I'm going to clean it up. And we'll try again. Okay. Dry it because we don't want to smear that other paste that we already have down. And I do want to dry the word done. So this is going to be a really quick project. Oops. I've also messed up the other side. We'll clean that up. And if you have any ghosting of the previous design, use your board eraser. Just use it to kind of wipe it off. My water is really dirty that was in. Okay, so now I'm just going to lay this back on here. I'm going to line it up over the word that I've already chalked, and it's pretty easy to see. Smooth it down. Wondering if I dare use this white again. Let's try it. Ugh. Guys, there's one thing after another tonight. Okay, I'm going to peel this up. Looks much better, except now I have white spots on my pink. So this may be a tie-dye look for us tonight. Do my marvelous on my perfect again. let's peel that up. That looks great. Dry it. Put it back down. Let's do this white to finish it up. Peel it up. Well, we're making a good progress here, recovering a little bit. Now, since I did that big drop of white on my pink, I'm going to try to recover that and just try and paste a little more of that original color back on it. So it still may be a little lighter, but hopefully it will look okay. And hopefully it was lined up okay. Let's see. Take it all the way off. Okay, so it's not perfect. It's got a little bit of feathering, but when this dries, we could just flake it right off. There it is. I'm going to set it aside for just a second. We're going to clean up the little messes that we have, and then we'll be done. I'm going to cap up some of my jars. Sometimes I like to cap up my jars just so they don't dry out. I'm trying to protect them from drying. I put all my squeegees in my water bath that I have here for my board eraser. And then I'll take this all to the sink and I will clean it up. So although I'm cleaning the transfer here in front of you, the best way is really to take it to your sink and kind of wash it under running water and use your board eraser. But I really like to show you guys how to clean it while I'm live, just so you know that it does clean up and it's easier. The quicker you do it, the easier it is. So I'm going to clean that. I've got quite a bit of paste all over. And then I'm going to get my board eraser. Wipe all that paste out of the silk screen. Oops. By now my water that I have my water bath in is dirty, but it's still cleaning okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and dry it. If you guys want, the keyword for tonight is mistletoe. So if you want the supply list, type in mistletoe and I'll send you a message to your messenger. Then you can take a look at it. There's no obligation to buy. You can just take a look at what's in the list. What I use, you can change it up as far as colors. You can do only 2 colors if you want to. You can do more. Pick the colors that you like, that make sense to you. So I'm going to dry this up, put it back on the shiny side of my backer sheet. And then I'll put it back in the wrapper that it came in. They come in these little cellophane packets. So I'll put it back in there in a little while. I'm going to let it air dry for a few minutes. But right now I'm going to take a look at the other side. Wow, I've got some messes to clean. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get one of these water wipes. There's no chemicals in these, they're just water. And I'm just going to kind of clean up some of the paste that has gotten where I don't want it to be. And that's why I love these frames. So easy to clean up and reuse. Okay. Now, I must have paste on my fingers as I turn this over or held it. It's because I got pink and white on here. Just gonna rub that off. Okay, and here we go. I'm going to show you how it looks in the frame both ways. So here's the Christmas one, Christmas wishes and mistletoe kisses. And I can also turn it around and put this one in a portrait frame. Done is better than perfect. And when I'm done with Christmas or I'm done with my New Year's resolution, all I have to do, when this is dry, it's not going to come off. But when you want it to come off, all you have to do is spray it, let it kind of soak for a little bit, and get something to scrape it off. We do have this paste scraper. It looks like an ice scraper kind of, or maybe you could use a credit card. But you're just going to rub it and get all the paste off, and then you're going to clean it with your board eraser to get any evidence of a prior design off, and you're ready to reuse it again. So this is one of my favorite surfaces because of it's so forgiving to correct mistakes, to reuse, and the versatility of the different sizes. So if you like it, take a look at it by typing in the word mistletoe. If you have any questions, please contact me through Messenger and I'll help you out. And if you need any help picking out any designs or these are the A-size transfers, let me know. Please feel free to share this video. Give it a heart if you love it. I know we had a little bit of trouble with it, but we covered pretty good. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.